It's drinking the water. Hi, and thanks for joining me here at Drinking Bird Media for the first proper video after the channel trailer. Now, this video is going to be about how the local media in my area has been doing some reporting about the couth. So already I'm tempting fate from YouTube because YouTube, it has been suggested, curates couth-related content. So that's why there's a Bitchute channel as well that I've started. So that channel link is in the description below. But as I said, this is more about how the local press has reported it. Now, when I say local press, I emphasise this is a small town. We have one local paper that produces a hard copy once a week. Now, it's got its social media and it shares articles with comments and this and that during the week. But yeah, we've got one paper. And when I was a kid, you used to look forward to it. You know, you might have scored a goal in soccer. You might have got an award at school. Someone from your family might have been involved with some industry that, they've been interviewed. Basically, every week it come out, you pretty much knew at least one person that was featured in there. So yeah, that's what the local paper's for. So, yeah, the town's grown obviously since I was a kid, but yeah, that's still, that's local press, at its best as far as I'm concerned. And, yeah, you would expect them to report on the pandemic. Now, I'll just pause here and say there will be couth-related content on here where we will talk about things like, the use of pandemic and things like that. But just for this video and for the simplicity of the point I want to get across, we'll use the accepted language. But yeah, like I said, there'll be plenty to talk about that. And again, maybe make sure you subscribe to the Bitchute channel as well. But yeah, now as I begin this whole case study of these articles, I just want you to remember a couple of stats. Well, the main stat is that in my postcode, we've had 8 total cases, and we've had 0 active cases for God knows how long. 0. Oh. Nothing. Nada. 0. And since lockdown restrictions have eased, the number of new daily cases, seems to top out around 20 for New South Wales. Normally it's, a bit lower than that, but normally if it's going to top out, it's around the 20 mark. Now, New South Wales or the federal government or whoever it was, now, despite their monster mistake of letting the Ruby Princess cruise couth ship dock and have passengers disembark and spread the couth all through the community, since then, their tracing seems to have been effective. Someone reports a venue or something where there's a positive and, the numbers don't grow. They get on top of it really quick. And, again, this is no discussion about if I'm in favour or not of the regulations around, but the way they are does seem to help them track down these things. But like I said again, save your couth-related comments and stuff into the couth-related videos. But yeah, like I said, it seems to be working. But yeah, August 11th, the local press on their Facebook page shared the article, New South Wales reports highest COVID numbers in almost 4 months as school outbreak grows. The school outbreak was from a school in Sydney, which is about 3.5 hours up the road from us. And the local press's concerned status with the article, this is why we can't afford to relax. Sounds really concerning. Better go out and buy all that toilet paper and sanitizer and create a mass panic. But yeah, my town's in New South Wales. It's fair enough for them to tell me this. But hang on. Let's just take a second and have a look. 22 new cases. The highest in 4 months. Yes, it is. Ooh. Okay. But hang on. We recorded 21 new cases 11 days prior to the 22. 11. Not 4 months. 11. So, one case higher leads to another Chicken Little headline. Further analysis shows that 6 of those 22 were returned travellers who tested positive in hotel quarantine. So again, technically accurate, but disingenuous as hell. Now, the following Friday, I'm sitting at home watching sport, and rumours start to sweep my social media. The local testing facility puts up a big status update saying tomorrow you can get a test, no appointment, no worries, just walk in. What's going on? I heard the whispers, but I waited for the official announcement the next day, and the official announcement was that a person had tested positive who was here visiting the area 2 weeks prior. So yes, just inside the incubation period. But, 2 weeks. So naturally, with what we know about the COOF and its incubation period, you would think local cases would have already started presenting if they'd infected anyone locally. But how'd our local press roll into this? Well, positive test at said venue. Again, by wordplay, technically correct. But, more accurate would be person receives positive test yesterday who was here 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's not going to draw as many clicks. It's going to keep the concern level there, but not the panic level. Now, I'll just take a quick aside here. Because I live in a small town, that's why I'm blocking out. These organisations are public organisations. You can find them. But, I do live here. It is a small town, and it's very hard for me to avoid people with my jobs. So just for the local stuff, I'll black out. Anything else that's done globally or by a big company, everything will be there. But just for locally, and if I grow to a reasonable size where I don't have to deal with people, then everything's fair game. But we'll go back, back to the story, okay. So that wasn't really untrue what they reported, but, just ratcheting up that fear. Now, the icing on the cake was a few days later when they published how to talk to someone who doesn't wear a mask and actually change their mind. What? Are you kidding me? If this was Co-Victoria or a worse hit area, I'd be more sympathetic. But again, I remind you, in my postcode there are 0 active cases. 0. Why is the paper, the local paper, telling us what we should be doing and basically telling us to have fights with people? Because they're going to have a fight with me because it's not mandated. If it's mandated, fine. But, not fine, Like I said, you get what I mean? But, at this stage, it's no one's business. You wear it fine, you don't wear it fine. Who is the paper to tell us? Okay. Now, I get it. If they put up everything's fine, no one will click. And we know that traditional media is struggling, but this is why. This is why. You think they would have learned after 2016 and grown some self-awareness? When Trump won, Trump thought that Hillary, first women. Yeah, right. Yeah, that really happened, didn't it? But, to their credit, they've doubled down. They keep rolling snake eyes, but it's going to be to their own detriment. Because, I want to support local media. I do have media subscriptions. I'm one of those people who, I used to go and buy the paper. If I'm not buying the paper anymore and I expect some quality, I know I've got to pay for it. I can't expect you to produce gold with no money behind it. I get that. But, but I can't support this. I cannot give my local media, who I'd love to support, so I could have access to those stories where I see family members do things, where I see family members' kids and their achievements get shown off to the rest of the town. I'm not going to support it because I can't support this. I can't support the alarmist nature that they've tried to run through our town with. And yeah, it's only a small town, like I said, but, the big city cousins, I get it. We expect that from them. I would like to have thought the local media could take a step back, do their actual friggin' job and report things down the middle and leave their agendas at home or on their personal Facebook pages or their personal Twitters or whatever. Don't hide it behind a media masthead, because the media is there to report, not tell us what to do. I know this is the food of conspiracy theorists. This is the whole fear and control through the media, but I don't really think this is that. I think this is much simpler. I think this is just incompetent journalism, chasing clicks, sensationalising. I don't think the media is organised enough for some grand fear, control through fear conspiracy, especially this particular organisation. But yeah, once again, more media stuff will be mentioned later. Anyway, okay, I've calmed down now, but that's it for this video. Thanks for joining me again. Again, apologies as I try to improve the quality of the videos and the audio and all that. We'll get there. But thanks for joining me. And yeah, stay on the lookout for another video from Drinking Bird Media. Subscribe if you want. I'll link a Facebook page as well. So thank you very much. Cheers.